When you think of great platformers, most people will bring up Mario 64, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, or Crash Bandicoot. But in my opinion, Spyro the Dragon is better than any of those games. The first three Spyro the Dragons are all masterpieces, but mainly the first Spyro the Dragon. The first Spyro the Dragon for the PlayStation is, in my opinion, the greatest platforming game ever made. I don't think that's a bold statement. I don't think that's crazy to say. Everything from the music to the crisp controls to the amazing graphics for its time. It does everything, in my opinion, better than Mario 64. And I know some of you are probably thinking, what a fucking nut. But I truly believe this. GameSpot gave this game an 8.3. An 8.3. How in the world can you find enough flaws in this game to give it an 8.3? What in the fuck are you smoking? At the very least, this game should get a 9.5 out of 10. There is almost nothing that this game does wrong. The soundtrack alone is enough to give this game a 9. Anyways, let's start off with talking about the story. The story's very simple, very basic. The main villain in the game, Nasty Nork, turns these dragons into crystals. Now, he forgot to turn one dragon into a crystal, and his name is Spyro. You guessed it, the main character of the game. And you must guide Spyro through 36 levels spread across 6 worlds as he tries to free his brethren from their crystalline prisons. Spyro's controls are really good, very responsive, very crisp, but one of the only few issues I had was the camera. Now the camera doesn't seem to follow Spyro quite as quickly as it should when he turns. And it's not a very major issue, but it is somewhat of a hindrance to the game. You use the analog to move Spyro, you press X to jump, you press circle to use a flame attack, you press start to pause as usual, you press select to view your inventory, you press X twice in order to glide from cliff to cliff, you press triangle to drop down from the glide, R1 and L1 help you roll from the left to the right, R2 and L2 rotates the camera, and square, you charge your enemies and you ram them right in the ass. There was nothing I love more in this game than penetrating my enemies right in their ass. And I love penetrating enemies. I do this in real life. I penetrate my enemies in the ass. I make sure I get them really good. And it's my favorite way to attack my enemies. Is just, penetrating their ass. Penetrating ass is, one of the most fun things you can do in this game and in real life. Penetrating ass in order to, attack an enemy is just an awesome feeling. So, just remember that when you're playing this game. If it's getting difficult, you don't know what to do, just lower your horns and penetrate your enemy right in his ass. One of the cool features about Spyro is each world has a flying level, and these are basically time trials where you need to destroy a certain amount of barrels or planes or lighthouses within a certain amount of time in order to beat that flying level. And you can come back anytime you want, try to beat your previous best times, and it's just a lot of fun. You learn the patterns that you need to do in order to beat these flying levels, and it just offers up a nice little change from the normal levels in this game. Spyro's graphics are amazing. Compared to other games that came out in 1998, compared to other platformers that came out in 1998, Spyro is at the top of the totem pole in terms of graphics. The 3D engine is extremely solid and colorful. The animation is clean and smooth. You know, I especially like the animation given to all of the dragons when they're speaking to you. The realistic human movements of these dragons gives them incredible personality. Spyro the Dragon really set the standard for platformers that have good graphics.
Thank you for releasing me.
Thank you for releasing me. Thank you for releasing.
The environments are colorful, full of life, look great, and these levels are just, every level in this game is different. You've got everything from, you know, Antarctic looking ice levels to deserts to Mexican looking landscapes to mountainous regions. I mean, this game offers a wide variety of awesome environments, and it just adds to the fun of this great game. One of Spyro's best attributes is its soundtrack. It is full of drums, bass, keyboards. It's very rhythmic, melodic, and it just has a great beat. It is catchy as fuck. I mean, you could burn this video game soundtrack onto your iPod and it would fit in perfectly. This game's soundtrack is simply amazing. You have to hear it to believe it. You know, you get these themes stuck in your head. They're positive, they're upbeat, and they're just full of good vibes. And this soundtrack, I would put it right up there with Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, with Metal Gear Solid in terms of soundtracks. It's one of the most upbeat and catchy soundtracks to a video game that you will ever hear. So yeah, that's the review, and in my opinion, Spyro the Dragon is the greatest platforming game ever created. It is the best and most enjoyable experience I have ever had when it comes to playing platforming games. Is that a bold statement? Probably. Remember, this is just my opinion. This isn't factual. It is in my opinion. But, you know, don't get butthurt. Mario 64 was a great game. You know, for the time it came out, it was probably the best platforming game that came out in 1996. But to me, Spyro exceeded Mario 64 in just about every aspect. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and goodbye, my friends.